I'm going to probably title this video something along the lines of why I want to be a millionaire. But in reality, when you watch the video, it's more of why you should want to become a millionaire. I know a lot of you are going to say,
Orlando, money do not buy you happiness.
that's debatable. But we all can agree it don't necessarily buy you full happiness, but it controls 99% of the things that primarily make you happy. You know, whatever type of car you drive, what house you live in, what school you want to put your kids in, what type of food you put into your body, having time off work, and yeah, so it's a lot of things, but we're not going to get all the way into that. So the purpose of this video is to show you guys what we can do with $1 million once we attain it and how we can live off our interests. Let's get into the video.
Black rose, black rose, black rose, black rose, black rose in the sky. Black rose, black rose, black rose, black rose, black rose in the sky. Black rose, black rose. Black rose, black.
Welcome back, beautiful people. I'm Lando, Success, your favorite motivational teacher. The goal is for you to leave knowing something that you didn't know before you came here. So some quick housekeeping, make sure you press that like button, press the subscribe button. That help out the YouTube algorithm so the video can get pushed out there. So let's get started. So off the top of your head, how much do you think the average American make every single year annually? I think I checked it before. I would say, well, before I say something, let me know in the comments, what do you honestly think without looking it up? Off the top of my head, I think it's $56,000 a year. I'm actually going to Google it and just put the screenshot right there. Let's see. So in 2019, it said 51,000. So we're just going to round it up and say the average American make $50,000 a year. So I want you to think of how much money do it takes every single month for you to pay your bills. So for video purposes, I'm going to use myself as an example. I'm going to say with myself and my wife, we pay about $3,000 a month, and we're just going to round it up and say $30,000 a year to pay our bills to be able to live. So for number purposes, we're just going to say that she's a stay-at-home mom. I understand that majority of women still work, so you have a combined income, but we're just going to go off of one income, and it's going to make sense once I get finished. So just stay with me. So we are making $50,000 a year, and we are spending $30,000. So, you know, come on, math class. How much money do we have to ourselves per year? That is $20,000. Now, remember, we're just paying bills. We didn't talk about paying like our debt off. We didn't talk about going on vacation. So if you look at it, we are really living check to check because we can't save too much money. We're trying to pay bills off, trying to do all that type of stuff, right? So this is the reason I want you to be able to make your first million. How you make it, I'm not here to judge anybody. I don't care how long it take you to make it. If it take you 30 years from now, 40 years from now, 20 years, 10 years, 5 years, next year, if you're already making that type of money, well, let me get this out the way. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a black brother giving y'all some game. So once you make $1 million. So let's say you have $1 million in your bank account. You came to me and you was like, Lando, what should I do with this $1 million? I'm going to tell you, open up an account. We'll just say Merrill Lynch or Vanguard. And we're going to put it into a ETF, or we're going to put it into a fund that mirrors the Dow. And what we're going to do is live off whatever percentage that it makes a year. What do you mean by that? So the numbers in this video, we are actually using off of the last 5 years. So if we looked at 2016, the market overall has gained over 13%. So if we had $1 million in there and we gained 13%, class, how much is that? We made $130,000 profit that year. Our goal is in 2017, we're going to live off that $130,000. Man, Orlando, we was only making $50,000. We're not talking about any other side hustles, whatever, any other income you're making. We're just saying off of this $1 million. 2017, the market was up 25%. So that means 2018, you get to live off of $250,000 a year. But Lando, you know, it's not always going to be perfect. In 2018, the market went down. You lost 5%. So that means you lost $50,000. Hey, we take some L's, but thankfully we are used to living off of $50,000 a year. So we didn't blow all our money. We just took an L. The following year, it bounced back up to 22%. Think of that, 22% the following year. We're living off 220,000. And in 2020 last year, the market was up 7%. So we only get to live off 70,000. Why did I tell you those numbers? Because people going to say the stock market exploded one year. If we went off the averages, so off the last 5 years, that was a total, even if we minus the 50,000, that was a total of $620,000. If we divide that by 5, that is averaging $124,000 a year just off living off interest. We're not going to talk about taxes. That's a whole nother video or anything like that. But that is living off $124,000 a year. You are used to living off of $50,000 a year. So now you are doubling that. So now you get to travel more. Now you get to invest more. Now you get to pay off your debt. Everything basically changes. I know this sounds far-fetched or whatever it is, because with this channel, I'm going to show you guys how you can build your portfolio slowly but surely. And I'm actually going to do it probably with Webull, where I'm going to actually show you guys how to build a $100,000 portfolio. Random fact I was thinking about earlier. I remember the first time I ever made 6 figures. If you ever made 6 figures, in the comments, let me know, because when I made 6 figures, I feel like I was broker having 6 figures versus when I was making like $30,000, because everything go up and still got to pay taxes. And honestly, I just felt like it wasn't that much money, because when younger, it's like, man, I can't wait till I hit 6 figures. I can't wait till I make over 100,000. Then once you do it, you're like, I need to make a little bit more. and like the advice I would give if I was a financial advisor to athletes. So let's say an athlete, he just signed. He came from the hood, didn't have no money. Parents didn't have any money, and he just signed a $30 million contract. I would sit down and be like, look, you got your mom, your 2 sisters, your brothers, and your dad. So you got 5 family members that you completely love, and they're going to suck you dry for money. What we're going to do is take $1 million for each of them. So $5 million is all they get, and we're about to do this concept. So mom get to live off of $200,000 that next year. Sister get to live off that $70,000 that next year. They get to take that money, they can invest it, they can do whatever they want. If y'all want a birthday gift, come holler at me. But nobody can be mad at you for setting them up like that. And especially if they can't touch that $1 million, they just got to live off that, because what happens is your mom wants this new house and she wants this. If it's not within your budget, you're not going to get it. So that is the purpose of this video, to be able to show you guys what we can do once we finally get to the $1 million mark. So I know some of you guys, y'all big ballers. Let's say if we double it to 2 million, all of those numbers really just double up. And even in the crypto world, I didn't even talk if we're staking or if we're doing the same million in the crypto world, you get different results. But that is for a different video. So I wanted to just give you guys game on my mindset of what I am building towards. That is my overall goal. I know everybody not big on money or whatever it is, but that is my goal and why I want to become a millionaire, or necessarily just have $1 million in the bank so I can live off that, because I was raised poor, low income, off government assistance. So I seen my mom and my family be able to do it. So when I got older, it's easy for me to live off of $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, because I don't need the best everything. So I can go from being a millionaire back to broke, because I know how to be broke. So it really just depends on how good you want to be with your money. I just want to keep this kind of short and sweet. I want to know y'all thoughts in the comments, and what are some ways you feel you can do to be able to build your portfolio to be able to get that million. We're not saying get it overnight. We saying it's going to happen slowly but surely. Build that portfolio to your first $1,000, then the first $5,000, the first $10,000, because when you have that compound interest and you're reinvesting dividends, it's going to grow a lot faster and a lot higher than you would ever think, especially if you have like 401k. But that's also another different video. So make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. I'm Lando and I'm out.
Oh.